Welcome back. We told you it was going to be a short break, and we never lie, or do we, Keith?
Depends who you ask.
We never lie. Anyways, we have a pretty exciting matchup coming up. We have not really seen these two teams competing in Winners League before. These are kind of a fresh faces for us. I think we're about to have a pretty enlightening experience as we look to explore which exactly level these players are at. I think this is going to be 50-50, and we have ourselves Vertigo. So let's jump straight into the server for the action.
I've had the joy of playing this map a couple times, and I think I have a good idea of how it plays out. To me, it's two-sided, just to do the way rotations work for CTs. Let me break it down for you. A has one big ramp that you can play retake A on as a CT. B, one way in, well, two ways in. One way is straight upstairs from basically T-spawn, and then you have the mid-cut, which has jump up and then door to get behind. Now, the CTs, the way you're pretty much going to see teams play this is 2B, 2 mid, 1A.
Okay.
There are certain variations you can play around with, but for the most part, it's going to be more B-oriented, with A coming up every once in a while, just due to how weird it is for T's to rotate. It's not the easiest site to go to.
Right.
You might see alert kill or two there, but B is going to be pretty much the action point. And if the CTs lose B, let's say both B players die, the only way for them to rotate in is a jump up, which you're easily heard, a door, one little door, or the jump off the map that there's a risk of falling because somehow there's an invisible wall I always hit my head on. So this map's really weird how it's going to play out, but I'm intrigued because we got to make calls up, Roy. You said this yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we're in uncharted territory. We can start calling anything we want. There'd be no opposition. But you know, when I did play this map, I really didn't get the feeling that this was going to be a T-sided map at all. I really felt it was going to be CT-sided and missed flashbangs towards the Yeah, those are not very well placed flashbangs. Need to rehearse those a little bit more, but mid control now belongs to Locastic as they look to transition their way, which they haven't really decided what they want to go just yet, but it looks like it's split towards the A site as of right now, or B side, excuse me.
Marshallus coming in through mid, gets absolutely domed after he gets one as Grusarn might need some help on site. He's taking pressure on the catwalk. He is going to find the shot on Nick, and maybe the second on site. He will. Salted goes down. That's all on Marucci. He's coming in through CT spawn and dropped by Polly, who gets a 3 count of the round. Apeks. I mean, they did a nice job of just controlling the site. Nothing fancy. Locking down the choke points once they lost mid.
A few nice shots. Nothing fancy. Locastic, unfortunately, they don't have much to work with. It's going to be pistols, no armor, no utility. So, guns out and hope for the best. But yeah, I'm going to say this while we were in an eco round and probably nothing exciting is going to happen. But I really felt this map was CT-sided on one basis. And it's how diverse you could play on the CT side. Like, there are so many positions, so many setups, so many contact points, and so many angles to play on the CT side.
It's true. It's kind of crazy the amount of boost spots there are on this map, too. Like, not only is the map on the top of a building, but you can boost up and look over so many things. It's a cool diversity to a map that we haven't really seen in CS in a long time. Is the amount of nades with the completely open skyboxes, the amount of boosts you can do. The rotates are weird, but I don't think the CTs mind because they have better rotates than the Ts. So I don't know. It's cool, and I'm excited to see how it'll work out because there's a lot of holes in the ceilings and a lot of things you can do. As Marucci is about to get caught, thinks up Grusarn, but that's it. But yeah, I'm excited for the future of this map. I think it's not exciting now to players because it's new. You have to learn. You have to put in a couple hundred hours. But give it a month or two, and I think it's gonna be a really fun, crazy map.
Right. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I mean, remember when Overpass first came out, it was met with a lot of opposition. It definitely was not well received. But now it's a pretty staple, I would say. But let's see how this unfolds. Locastic now have utility. Look like they have a pretty big spread across the map. Applying pressure early towards the B side, making sure they maintain the map control. Obviously, this is a flank-heavy map. Ooh, I like that from Marcelius, getting that information. But he's been... Wow, that's very spammable. He's taking so much damage from that. So the counter utility's coming out, trying to slow this down towards the A hit. But this is a major A hit coming in from Locastic here, slowly but surely.
And we're going to see a little bit of that A retake I mentioned. You have that one quick rotator in the middle cut of A and one dedicated A player, Polly, about to spam through these boxes. And there's also a little lift you can jump up on these boxes. There's the spam. The spam comes in from Salted in return through that thin little wall that separates the ramp from what the CTs can hide at. As Salted gets dropped, the jump up on the double stack. Stole replies from the sandbags, but Andy's all the way back construction. On the little boost back there, we'll find the frag, and now they're going to double peek. A good trade for Apeks. as they will take the round there, Roy.
Nice little 3-0 lead as well. Now the economy for Locastic is struggling once again. No bomb plant, no dice. Oh, we have a pause. We've lost a player. Not our love. You know what I imagine how the meta on this... I'm just... Sorry, I'm a little bit quiet because I'm thinking about the actual map structure itself. But the more I watch this map and kind of like feel it out, playing it in MM and just general... obviously nothing crazy or high level by any means. But the one thing I do like about this map is it actually flows a little bit differently than the traditional map, right? There are a lot less choke points. And even some of the choke points are like slightly bigger. Like A ramp, for example. That's a map... You can't... smoke it off the whole, it's not like Inferno where you can smoke off banana and kind of like hold banana for a long time, right? You don't really have these options on CT side. You have to just play the setups. You have to contest something early as a team, and even on the T side you kind of have to be dynamic, right? Like, oh, they're pushing B heavily, let's go take mid. Are we gonna open the door? Are we gonna jump up and split sight from door, boost, and B? Or it's just like so many different things you could do on this map that are just...
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool in the concept of like there's choke points, but every choke point has a counter, right? Like either the choke point is too large for one player to hold with a single smoke, so their utility set becomes more important for retaking, where I think A is going to lean towards. But then there's also the spammability, right? Like all these walls are pretty much spammable on this map. Like every wall is paper thin because it's supposed to be a construction zone, so everything's just bare minimum. They're just getting the structure up. And it's crazy cool. Like mid has so many places you can boost a teammate. Like if you get mid controls at T, you can boost up on the box and see back doors and deep mid. And the boost up in mid is kind of a cool concept where there's one way into B out of T spawn, but if you fight for mid control, not only do you control rotations, but now you have another spot to rotate into the back of B. So it's a cool balance, and I think the map will get more appreciation the more creative things come out, the more default smokes, right? The more people learn smokes out of spawn and kind of find their own position in the map. Because that's the weird thing about a new map is players finding comfortable zones.
Agreed with that 100%. And I mean, it's kind of like the evolution of the game, right? Like at one point, nobody played on top of that boost box on Cache A site, but now it's called Shroud, right? And it's like, you'll find these players that love certain positions and they're very comfortable playing these positions, and they'll kind of like push the meta and make people realize, whoa, these are awesome spots. Marcelius, that's a nice angle with the AWP, able to spot anybody advancing on the A site. It might even catch them off guard, and it might be a free pick for him. So he's sitting comfortable. He spots one player, but the Juggle P comes out. That's perfect. Now Locastic, they have some space to work with.
Oh, good retrade from He's gonna get a second. Can he spring transfer the third? He can, but almost flicks to the fourth of Stoll, who has a chance to steal this round away. Roy, if he can push up for a gun. That player's in construction. That's Gersarn. He's jumped up on the pallets. And Apeks, well, he's slowly flanking. This round could fall apart from Apeks in a moment's notice, but Gersarn seemingly has a good idea. He's going to rotate back through CT, beats the rotates to Stoll, grabs the op back. And is it Apeks or Apeks? Apeks?
I'm going to go with Apeks.
Apeks, sounds good. Apeks will get their fourth. And Locastic Esports is gonna get an investment with AKs once more, full utility, but slowly developing into a good understanding of rotations from Apeks.
For sure, but I mean, Locastic is doing a pretty good job keeping the economy competitive here. They're not really letting this game slip away. It's been pretty good trades coming out, and then once again, we see that trade coming out once again. But I can only imagine that one-for-one trades on this map are like heavily T-sided. Just opens up so many more opportunities and so many more doors for you. No puns intended. And now mid-control, slowly but surely. Actually, wait, look at Nyx. He's already on site. They have no idea he's up here. He's on the catwalk already. And he might get caught off.
Ends goes down. Kern's starting to follow. It's all on Apeks. He's pushed in mid. Jump up is smoked. That's an interesting one. Marashi is flanking. Catches Apeks just off guard, and it's all on Miraculous. Or Marcelius?
Come on, Keith.
Way harder for me than it should have been.
We're only here because you're good looking, okay?
It's my smile.
But yeah, I mean, that's a round single-handedly won by Nyx. I mean, that was a beautiful lurk on the B site, and that's kind of why I was afraid of the one-for-one trades, right? You lose that extra set of eyes on a map that has so many angles and openings, and again, lack of choke points, right? There's really no way to stop people from entering the B site. I mean, a single smoke just doesn't do it. You need those extra set of eyes.
And it's so easy just to get flashed off, naded off, and B. Every corner will get cleared, but I don't know. I'm just so excited for the future of CSGO. If we had a rotating map pool every 6 months and like 3 maps came out, 3 came in, those 3 got reworked, and we kept rotating, getting new maps. I don't know. The thought excites me to the core.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of games evolving. I really don't enjoy video games are not like traditional sports, right? Like, we need to see new changes. We need to see like new things being introduced, like the developers taking, you know, small little risks. I'm not saying make it like a bazooka or anything game changing, but just like small little new things that could change the game and how it's played. Like, you know, the addition of Molotovs, for example. That's not something that we had before. But anyways, regardless, it's going to be contesting happening towards the A ramp, and it's going to be Poli coming in with a free kill. And that could be a weapon that is recovered, but the remaining Locastic players are transitioning their way on towards that A, the B side, excuse me. Molotovs being used well to deny that boost. Now control being exerted on the B site.
Wow, nice. Keeping the man advantage. Furious is about to come in through mid cut. Can he win the fight? Yes, he can. Because will go down. Look at this boost. Celius gonna go up. He spots the player on catwalk. This boost is cheeky. You can see into B, Roy. Admin, he's doing it sideways.
I like that. Now they're getting a lot of ground on this B retake. Furious, he's been heard coming in on the flank, so there's 2 players left to hold this back. There's so many angles they could come in from. Salted finds one, traded out by Marcelli's, and it's all down to Maruichi.
B36. Yeah, there we go. Shot comes in. Apeks get a 5th. Bomb plant, though. Look at the money. They're so rich.
These post plants are quite difficult, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about B is easy to take, hard to hold, just because the CTs have a lot of like versatility in how they can retake, right? One molly clears out so much of the site because it's so small. That wall bang. See what I mean, Roy? He almost banged him right through the elevator.
Yeah, that's crazy. And from behind the sandbags, probably able to find one, but traded out once again. So Locastic, they find themselves an advantage and a lot of map control here. Apeks now, they're in a bit of an uncomfortable scenario. They have that solo B player, but his support is so far away. And if they lose that B anchor, that will just be even more confusing for them. So they can't lose that yet. And that smoke's gonna block off Marcellius, and he's a little bit confused to what's happening towards this A site.
Flashed off, but he's not blind. Spots the jump up, threads the nade. He'll get a nade out of his own. A perfectly placed one, so I thought. But it's off the mark. And has pushed up to assist, gets one, he's gonna jump up on the boxes. Nick chooses not to. Stole, pushing up, bomb attack, gets tapped, baits out ends. As this is just trades non-stop. Stole against Apeks. Stole grabs the bomb, and he's slowly gonna back it up. Celius is working around double stack, 45 seconds, Roy, and Stole is just gonna rotate out. And he heard him drop, so I mean, it's easier for the CT to rotate here than Stole. Stole has to come up through one choke point.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. This is an advantage for Marcellius. He's in perfect control of this round. Now, he scopes in early. I think it might have possibly been heard, but he's creeping on the site. He doesn't need to rescope again, and he stole. Gorgeous. Caught like a duck, and it is a round for Apeks. Job well done. Locastic had so much control towards that B site. They just really weren't able to get much information to the setup that Apeks had, so that's unfortunate. A 6-1 lead for Apeks, doing a really good job.
Yeah, and it's interesting to me that the CT side's winning. I know the map at first glance may be like, okay, yeah, I can see why it's CT sided, but new maps typically take like a couple months for CTs to get comfortable, so it should be T-sided. But Apeks clearly have been playing this map a decent amount and have a great again understanding of the timings and rotating. It takes some time. Pauly pushed up, willing to get one and trade it out, but Akes is right there. He'll back it up now, and Apeks are just looking better and better every round that goes by.
Yeah, agreed. I like that. They're also varying up their strategy of defense, right? Like, they're contesting now. They're not afraid to take fights. Nyx, once again, he's such a beast at finding opening frags on that B site. And it's down to a 3 versus 3 as well as site control.
Next gonna get boosted now. Oh, and Apeks not ready for that counter boost over mid jump. And he's gonna drop a smoke at his feet. 1 HP, and shot connects that needed. Salted, he heard Miraculous run up. And Marcelius run up, excuse me, and Salted will grab the op. No, he's not. He's gonna leave it on the ground. I guess it would be hard to op on this side, I suppose, the T side. It's kind of like a very crowded map. I mean, you'd maybe have to boost back to B stairs to get a pick. I know there's spots like underneath stairs towards B that you can see up underneath the catwalk, but
for sure,
I definitely think very hard.
Yeah, I definitely think the op is more effective in middle and finding opening frags towards the A site. B is just really hard, but an op and post plan on B is just infinitely stronger than it is finding those openers. So holding B is much easier with AWP. But let's see how this unfolds. Locastic, they're going towards that A ramp. On like the long A, we'll call it. They seem to be looking for a frag. Oh, a triple boost is coming out. Does this work? Oh, it does work, but they've been spotted. They can be spammed so easily. But Poli somehow comes in with a frag. Locastic transitioning their way onto site. Now the bomb is being planted, but the pistols are just able to get so much damage in right now. This is actually looking scary for Locastic.
Flash over from Grussarn. They're going to push now. Salted behind sandbags. Now it looks like they're just going to simply double this up. The spam is on point from Nyx. And now the AKs can start to clean this up. Locastic looking like they're about to get their third on the board. And he's with his UMP. I mean, a smoke diffuse is pretty much all he can hope for, but he's been spotted, neutralized, and Apeks will follow suit. Locastic will cut the lead completely in half now, right?
Yeah, and they have themselves an eco, so this should actually be more than half the lead here. Hopefully they can also stabilize their economy. I mean, it's looking already kind of at that stable mark. Two players are kind of, you know, I believe under that 1K or around the 1K mark, I should say. They're still not out of it just yet, but they're really close now. Apeks, just pistols, no armor, and a fast push coming in towards the B site. Again, the law of stacks is in effect. 90% chance.
Bomb has been planted.
Well, they're going to try to rotate all the way back around. Try to find a cheeky pick. Maybe Salted will go down. They will, so that's a gun for them to take over. They can hang on to that. Stole. Steals away the AK. Nab that back. Marcelius takes it and will tuck tail and run. As Locastic are going to back up. I don't even know how far they have to go from the bomb to get away from death zone. So it's going to be interesting to me if Stoll can live there.
Yeah.
I think he'd be far away enough.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I never even thought about that. I don't really know what the bomb range is like on this map
yet. I don't know. I'd
I
have
see where
to
Ants is right now. Oh, he only took 5 damage.
I'd have to like mess with it and die a couple times to figure it out. I'm assuming by the bottom of the stairs you should be safe, depending how much damage you take. But
yeah, I think they learned from Nuke. Like the bomb range was just so disgustingly strong on a vertical map, right?
Yeah.
Regardless, it is going to be Locastic. Now they have Apeks down to limited economy here. They have no kits, so retakes are not really an option. Now it seems as of now it is going to be a, you know, control heavily towards the B site. A mostly on retake. Flashbang smoke coming in. It's a perfect execute coming out from Locastic right now, denying complete vision. But they're actually reverting back down to middle. So the boost. This is where's Poli?
What? The boost behind door to put him on top of door? That was kind of crazy. They've all gone over mid boost, or mid jump I should call it, because it's not really a boost, mid jump. As the hands will smoke off mid site, they have to fight back in. They're all on catwalk, and Apeks has been able to get back over lines 2-1. Can't spray them both down though, but it seems like chaos is in Apex's favor. As it's Furious with back 10, he's got to go fast, and he can't shut down for Marcelius. What was that boost? I want to see that again, but from Polly's POV. I mean,
yeah, I missed it as
them
well.
Behind door. He had a lot of vision.
Yeah, we weren't able to catch it as well. I really want to see that boost. Hopefully we can kind of keep an eye on it. If you notice it, if you see it there, let us know. We'll swap the camera right away, try to see that angle. That's a nice angle though. I like that. That's like the one thing about this map. I don't know how I feel about yet. Like I do like, you know, tactical diversity and, you know, different positions, but sometimes it's a bit excessive, right? It's just like, okay, I want to take mid control and I have to worry about 20,000 angles.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, what? That was nuts from Gurdon. Sorry, and I see where he was going with it. But now he's got Ans killed, and Polly currently mollied off, but being on top of this, you can see over spraying away. Nearly finds 2. but no utility for the retake, really, from Apeks. Just one smoke. And I don't know if that's going to be enough. Bomb goes down from Stoll. Locastic posted up, and they are looking great. Apeks will get boosted, though, onto these stacks of drywall. On top of dry, he gets a kill. Salted back corner, sprays him down, Roy. Locastic, I really brought this back. Although all the cheeky plays from Apeks, they're only really getting one and done.
Yeah, it seems like what's been more successful in the B post plants is actually aggression. Like, it's not one of those sites where you can hold passively from, you know, the ramp or the T stairs. Like, you have to exert control somewhere, either in middle, exert control either like pushed up towards that CT spawn area. Sitting back is just not an option. And it seems to work out really well for Locastic, establishing those, you know, the crossfires. But Apeks back down to pistols. No armor once again. Locastic looking to pick up a 6th round on the board here. This is a job well done on a uncharted territory.
Yeah, they're doing great. And that wall is so sprayable, Roy. Just a little bit of plywood.
Oh, that
coming
nade.
out of that nade was perfect. As they come out of construction, they get absolutely mowed down, and now they're kind of in nowhere land. You know, this little weird hiatus by a site, but they have no cover other than the 2 boxes that Locastic plant behind. So I call that no man's land now because there's no cover, nowhere for them to go. And a flank from Nyx is coming in. He's gonna shut this down through construction. He'll go. He wants a knife. Paulie turns around, puts him to bed. He gets 2, and the last player is nowhere to be found. Out of bullets is. It's no bullets. I've never seen an AK out of bullets, Roy.
Neither have I, actually.
He sprayed them all away.
Alright, here we go. Apeks. Another opportunity here as their economy has stabilized. So they have weapons, they have armor, they have kits this time. Or at least one kit, at least. And some utility. They have some smoke. Limited on the Molotovs, so that might play a factor in their ability to control middle early. It seems like Apeks really want to contest that mid area right now. You don't want to let go of that early.
But that's so much pressure on Marsilius here towards A site to like get one, fall back. They will get a kill towards B, but now the rotates have to come out towards A. Gersarn does a nice job jumping up. Marsilius and will be spotted above the smoke, and he jumps up. He commits full in, gets damage and a kill. I'd say that's not so bad.
It's not so bad at all, but I mean, they're healthy. Whereas Locastic, they're struggling. They haven't even gotten the bomb down just yet. Yes, they have some utility left. They're using that right now to try to control the site, but it's absolute chaos and mayhem. And Apeks, they're comfortable right now. They have no pressure. They can just sit back, hold these crossfires, and they can just mow them down one at a time. There it is. That's the first victim.
And it's going to come in through construction. Through the Z rotator. Paulie comes. Then he gets shut down. So does Gersarn. In no man's land, he will fall. As Apeks is pushing up ramp, dodges a flash correctly, and will find Stoll, and it's all unsalted. He's pushed through no man's to get into Z. And he's slowly going to work his way around. Get behind double stack, but instead he's going to find ends. He's messing around the Z connector. Smoke on bomb. Spots the cross. Spraying away. Apeks is on the defuse. Salted, does he spray? Does he get the ace? There's a kit. Defuse comes in. He'll get the ace, but it's not a round win.
Wow. I'm so surprised to see Apeks stick that. That was so risky, but he did not expect that at all. I have to admit, Salted got caught off completely. 8-6 around that shouldn't really have. I mean, that was swinging back and forth, right? It was looking really comfortable for Apeks, and it was looking very dangerous for Apeks, and somehow they come out with a defuse win. Okay. Norichi, 2 players on the other side of that wall. He might not be having a good time soon, but he spotted one running away. This is all a bait, though, because Apeks is still on the left side, and there it is. A kill secured.
Sarn might be in some danger, but Sarn's able to get one. Upgrade to the AK, 10 bullets, getting support from hands. Salted pushes to clear, gets dropped, and so does Stoll, and it's all on Furious. And that's how I'd feel in a 1v5. Marsilius gets flashed over and spots him somehow. 9-6. Don't even know if that's average, Roy, but we can say it is, and we can sound correct.
I mean, we can say anything at this point and we would sound correct.
It's true.
You just have to say it with confidence. What a pretty even half here between both of these teams.
Yeah,
A 9-6
pretty much.
finish, a standard vertigo finish.
Yeah, pretty much how this map goes.
But no, all things considered, though, Apeks have shown like good understanding of the map, though. Fundamentals are definitely there. And I noticed one thing on the B side as well is you actually don't even... There is a choke point. It's in the middle of the site, though. It's the 2 boxes, and it only leaves the catwalk available for the T side. Or jumping through smokes, but that's not going to end very well. Now, Apeks. Long A coming up the ramp right now, slowly but surely. Ans has made a step, so he's giving away some bits of information. Locastic, I think they're starting to get a pretty good idea that this is going to end into A. This is going to be messy.
Messy indeed, but Kez pushing into Z. Behind the quad stack here, he's going to find the shot and back it up, and Akez finds Salted in construction. What a round, Roy. You blink it, you miss it. I think I blinked twice, so I missed a bit of it. But Apeks picking up the more very important round here. Pissed around for their T side. They'll buy up. Locastic, where are they going to buy up, Roy? I mean, I feel like this is a very forcible map. I feel like pistols can be good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think pistol's going to be very good. Oh, I don't think that smoke's supposed to do that, and it's...
Off the map it goes. Into public traffic.
Yeah, right now Marcel's looking to get whatever information he can. Even a little bit too high.
Here he is to the USP on ramp. And Marcelius should just clean this up. 3 with the back 10. The AKs get the last 2. Marcelius wants the money. He'll get 4. Sets him up nicely. Even collects a pistol. 11-6. Here comes the buy from Locastic. And it's going to be utility dampered. And I feel like this map's strangely going to be a lot like Cobblestone. In the sense of you're not going to be able to hold without fighting on CT side if you don't have utility, right? So no utility, you fight. With utility, you chill. I feel like that's going to be very similar. Did you just see the poly through?
No.
There's a gap in the roof. You see where Poly is? There's a gap
Yeah.
in the roof behind him where he came from. He banked it off through the hole in the roof, and it pops on the other side.
Oh, look at
So
this
it's-
on the B site right now. They've already made their way through the smoke with the flashbang, but I think Locastic is aware of this. But look how far up Grusarn is right now.
If he can find Stole, that'd be great, but he can't. He's pushed up aggressively with the AK to find that rotator. Now it's being shut down from Salted on back 90. I'm gonna call that back 90 because it's a 90-degree angle to spot both angles as Akez. And a 1v2, Salted is tagged and Stole. You know what? He's low, all things considered, but Akez needs to get the drop on both these players. That's really the only way he wins this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he had 4 HP. Literally, anything could take him down right here. If he goes for the boost, yeah, he may not make sound jumping up, but he will when he has to jump down. And there it is. The step has been made, and they know exactly where he is now. 45 seconds left on the clock. There is a flank coming in. He's not going to expect it. Insulted with the element of surprise. Shuts it down. Locastic, they're still hanging on. They're not giving up just yet.
What do you think, Troy, of my calls so far? No Man's Land, back A.
I feel like No Man's
Back
Land,
nine.
it makes more sense on like the other side of A side where the sandbag is, where you literally have no cover.
Call that No Man's, and then back 90 on the catwalk.
Yeah, or construction, that works pretty well as well.
Yeah.
Catwalk on the B site on the
Catwalk.
outside.
Yep. I
Maybe.
like the corner being called 90 though, because like if you call it catwalk, it's big. I don't know. I'm gonna have to mess with it. I'll make a notebook.
I mess with it, Keith. I mess with it, and you.
Oh, well, thank you. Locastic. Gonna try to get their 8th. See if they mess with it. The smoke is gonna hold them back, and Furious is being very aggressive. Spots the feet, and will remove the head of Akez. He's gonna stick around a bit longer, and Kurson's gonna punish him. I think Furious may have hung around a bit too long.
Yeah, it was a little bit overzealous. He definitely overextended that. And now Apeks need to make a decision. They have a minute left on the clock, so they're not really pressed on time, but now they're starting to make space towards the B site. Now, there is a crossfire setup right here. They're very much ready for it. But I don't think they expect Ants to be this far up yet.
They don't. And gets an easy entry
Wow.
and a second on Assaulted. He's so quick. He has really impressed me. But if you look at the kills for Apeks, they're all relatively close to each other. Andy gets a 3rd headshot and a 4th. Don't mess with Andy.
Yeah, Ants is not messing around. He's very comfortable in this map. He knows every single angle. And yeah, you're absolutely right. This is mostly a team effort here coming out from Apeks. I mean, they're all like relatively within like, what, 5 kills from top to bottom.
Yep.
And even the person at the bottom, they have a significant amount of assists. But look at the effective flashes. Ants, 34.
Oh my god. We're only 20 rounds in.
Yeah, wait. How does he
That's
manage to do that?
insane. He has stunned 2 people in over half the rounds.
Wait, if you flash 3 people with 1 flash, does that count as 3 effective flashes or 1 effective flash?
3.
Really?
I'm pretty sure on that.
Wow. You don't need to actually get the kill for it to be an effective flash, right?
No.
As long as it hits. Okay.
As long as it hits, it ticks, even if they don't die. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually nuts.
There's a lot of people blind in 20 rounds of Counter Strike. Or partially blind. As Apeks is going to push in. Finds the last kill. Now, I don't even know if that flash stat... Does it count as, like, if they're, like, only blind for 1 second or less? Like, I don't know. But it's still a crazy stat nonetheless. It means he's doing his...
Yeah, there's a lot of questions I don't have answers to. Need answers, but Locastic, they need an answer as well because they're working with limited weapons here and limited utility, including Mariachi sitting at no armor. They have only 1 kit. It's in the hands of Furies, but that came at a cost. Oh, look at this boost. That's cheeky.
Yup. That's a sick boost.
Oh, they're gonna counter the mid control here, and I don't think Locastic's gonna be aware of this at all. Oh wow, that is so sick. I like that a lot from Apeks. That is genius.
Boost take hits over. Pauly comes through a smoke. Roy, they have just got this map on lock right now. They just have all the cheeky little counterplays that Locastic haven't seen. Nyx almost gets caught off guard. He'll pick up the AK, but back to A, he has to.
Yeah, I mean, we said this map was dynamic, and it seems like Apeks is just playing a tiny little bit more dynamically than Locastic is right now. And Marcelius knows exactly where to look with that AWP, finds the opening frag, and now they are in a tough situation here, Locastic. They're far removed, and they're confused and in the dark, and it's going to be the Rusarn finding 2 easy kills, and Apeks picking up the 14th. So, Keith, I almost feel bad for Locastic in some ways, though. I feel like we didn't really get to see their actual potential on this map. It just seems like Apeks is a little bit more comfortable on it, and that might be the deciding factor. But I don't feel like I've gotten a clear idea of where Locastic stands in terms of skill in Winners League yet.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a weird map to judge them on, but at the same time, it's an attribute to Apex's, just planning and
Innovation.
practice schedule and regiment. Yeah, I mean, we've seen smokes out of spawn, we've seen flashes, we've seen boosts.
Oh,
The
wait,
map's
they're
very
setting
new, but these are things
those
that will
sick.
carry on.
Yeah, look at these smokes. Look at that Molotov and smoke combo towards that short A.
Nice.
That's so sick.
I love the way that blooms as the kills are going to start raining in. Construction is completely smoked off. Back Z is just an absolute mess. You're not going to rotate. They even have a molly for back construction. There's no way getting back into the site. If this was a rifle round, Roy, I'd pack it up. I'd head back to B and just save. It just boosted. You can boost on that?
Yeah.
Did you just see AMs?
Yeah, I did. That was very well
What?
played. I was just thinking the same thing. It's kind of, it reminds me of, it gives me that Cobble vibes, right? Where you boost on the island and you look for the frags of people under. They're not really like looking for it at all usually.
If only there was like a skill jump you could bop. I mean, I bet you could jump on the blue.
I mean, the suicide jumps in this are pretty skilled. You miss, you die. Can't get any
true.
more skilled than that.
I bet you could jump on the blue boxes, blue doubles on A site and then make that jump. But man, this map is sick, man. The more I watch it, the more I like it.
Dude, there's an angle I saw a guy play an MM. I swear, this is going to sound really stupid. And you're going to laugh. But there's an angle that I saw somebody play an MM that I have not seen in any of the pro Vertigo matches that I've seen that's like low-key overpowered as hell. But it's going to be a fast play for Apeks all towards the B site. Looking to get this game over with. But Mariachi says, no, we're not giving up. Not here. Not right now. What is that, Marcelius?
Yep, from below.
You can shoot the catwalk.
Yep, you can shoot through catwalk from below. Yeah. You can sit on the edge, get on the edge, and see all the way back to 90. It's crazy, dude. Hands is gonna flash. He's gonna try to get catwalk control, and Pauly gets domed and Stoll is flanking. It's all in hands, and he's stuck and gone. We saw some crazy stuff this round, man.
Wow, I feel like my brain is expanding by the second playing this map. This might be too much expansion in a short amount of time, though. I haven't swallowed all of this yet. I can see how you think this is a T-sided map now, though. Like there's just so little spots to play on the B site. It seems like, especially when the Molotovs come out, and you can clear catwalk apparently with an op. So that's interesting.
you're forced to fight every round, and one smoke forces, like, look at Mirachi. Where is he gonna go? He's stuck behind a smoke, can't go catwalk, right?
Oh, the lineup actually ruined his line of sight and got them both killed. And now Apeks is actually on their way towards closing this map, Keith. This might be the end of what is actually a really eye-opening experience, man. Look at these executes. They're so clean from Apeks.
Oh, but Furious, no smoke or flashes to catch him. He's given full movement. Salted can only really throw a nade. He's chilling. That Molly is actually going to Molly himself. It gets extinguished. Lucky for him, as Furious is looking to peek towards A ramp. He'll scope and push. Flashes missed, and Elias will go down. But they're headed towards B, Roy, and they have full control. Pauly can shut this down by himself. If Salted gets his kill, though, it's going to be absurd. Wow.
Oh my god. That is not... I think he crouched. That saved him.
That's mind-boggling to me, dude. Only on Vertigo. But yeah, B is crazy, right? That one smoke that the T's throw, the B player can't go catwalk because you can get spammed from below.
Right.
So the whole point of that smoke is to force that peak. There's that Molly from Pauly again. That forces Stole forward. He can't go backwards. He'll burn. They actually had to put it out.
Yeah, you can actually throw pop flashes from that same opening. And look at Nyx. This is a common jump boost, but it's actually been spotted out. He got tagged down to 9 HP. That information came at a big cost. And now Apeks looking to go onto the B side. They have a lot of players in the forward position right here, and Ake is making this look easy with the AK.
Now they're gonna push onto the A site. Looking like they have decent control to go for this. Utility will rain in with mollies and flashes. Nyx on 1 HP. It's all on Salted. Nyx gets one. That's all he could really do and hope for. Salted has to rotate back in through CT spawn. It's looking like this might just be it, Roy. He's going to slowly push into Z. Get up close to quad, and here he comes. Out of Z to back blues. There's Sims throwing tons of utility. Salted. There's an op posted on his position. There's a rifler close. And he gets pushed and goes down. I mean, Apeks just looked extremely promising on this map.
Yeah, and look at their
41 flashes from Ans at the end.
Not only that, but they're at all of them at 19 kills, except one person is at 20 kills.
Crazy.
That's pretty intense. Yeah, 41 effective flashes. That's honestly a disgusting stat alone. In a 25 round game, that's almost 2 people flashed a round. That is absolutely crazy. But man, I was actually almost enlightening to watch. I feel like Apeks came really prepared, and they showed me. I don't know about you, but they showed me a lot of things I did not know about this map, and a lot of like the possibilities, right?
Yeah, they changed my opinion on the map. At first, I thought it was stale and rotates kind of sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I watch, the more I see the possibilities for CT side. There's spawn wall bangs. There's plenty of room for utility usage being getting around. There's T side utility usage at the start. There's locking down B. There's a consistent fight mid. A, I could see some crazy things happening in A, like walls of smoke on ramp and some other crazy things. Like the possibilities of this map are kind of insane, and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, I got like feeling that this map has like elements of like Cobble, for example. Whereas like you know Cobble B, you take control of that long haul and then you can execute from there, right? As long as you have like the plot control. Like we see elements of that towards the A site where there's like the big long A. You have to come up the ramp. As soon as you establish the the ramp, the sandbags, kind of like that scaffolding area, then you can kind of like go move forward from there as well. And there's like the boost on site is kind of like the island on the B side on Cobble, and even like the suicide. It's kind of like a reverse jump, right? If you fall into drop in Cobble, you can't really go back up. Same thing, but on the CT side, it's reversed this time. Where like the CTs, if you drop, you're isolated, right? So there's actually an overpass where you can boost on top of pretty much anything you want. Elements of overpass on this map as well. So yeah, I think that was very eye-opening. And honestly, I'm props to Apeks. It seems like they innovated. I haven't really seen, even from the other pro matches that I watched, I haven't really seen much of the same things being. I mean, yeah, I saw some of the same utility, but I mean, like the idea is like that boost on A site where you boosted 2 people up to jump on top of boost. That was sick to watch. I mean, they had it all thought out. That was very impressive. I'm really excited to see Apeks moving forward. But I do feel bad for Locastic. I feel like we didn't really get to see the kind of level that they're at right now. Like in my mind, it's unclear where on the scale they fall, from best to worst. We don't really know where they are right now. And I think I'm pretty excited to see them moving forward. But that was a great match all around.
I'm excited for the future of Vertigo and for the future of both these teams. I think you said they're promising. Their preparations seem to be on point. And I can't wait to see which one develops further throughout
Yeah, definitely. But ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the evening for us. Thank you guys for tuning in. It has been a great day of Counter-Strike. Unfortunately, we have no more matches for you, which means please, one, follow our socials. We need your help to grow. We must feed the cow that is feeding us, and that is Winners League. They're doing a great job. Honestly, massive shout out and respect to Winners League, man. It's great working with them. They're awesome all around. They have great support. It's really awesome to be here and to be doing this along with everybody, as well as the community, you know, coming into chat, interacting with us constantly. It's pretty fun. So thank you guys for tuning in, and please follow the socials, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook for Winners League, as well as Keith's and my own down below on Twitter. We would appreciate you guys for that. But ladies and gents, we are out. See you guys tomorrow for the NA broadcast, and signing out.
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find a piece in me. I wanna be, I wanna find myself, but again, it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been losing myself. I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find a piece in me. I wanna be, I wanna find myself, but again, it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been losing myself. I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find a piece in me. I wanna be, I wanna find myself, but again, it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been losing myself. I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find a piece in me. I wanna be, I wanna find myself, but again, it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been losing myself.
So purely, I'm pushing myself to the edge, not letting go away. Been testing myself by the worst. I've been pushing my mind to the most. I've been loving the people around me, but I'm so paranoid, I'm so paranoid.